we are. It's May 3rd, actually. Found some new hiking friends. Yeah, there's more to this story. So it is May 3rd, late morning, and I'm at the Long Neck Lyre Hostel / Alpaca Farm. And Ken and Cindy do a great job of taking care of folks here. And I'll show you some pictures to prove that. But I'm in this huge, well, it's a barn, if you will, but it's been reconverted. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, here's the kitchen. There's the living room. And here is a 13.5-foot table that Ken built. And a lot of the woodwork in here is done by Ken. So the short version is I left Pearisburg on April 26th. I arrived here last night, which was May 2nd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days on the road out there. I spent the first 2 nights from Pearisburg to here in hostels, and they were good experiences for me. And then the rest of those 7 days was spent at camp. So actually did a total of 92 miles in that time frame. And I can honestly say I felt a heck of a lot better coming into this town than I did when I came into Pearisburg. Now, needless to say, a lot of that had to do with I changed some things up on my nutrition. So my hiking consultant / son down at Fort Bragg explained to me, and using the same word as an adverb and as an adjective over and over again, what I needed to change in terms of what I was doing out here on the trail. And for that I am thankful. Pat, I took your advice, and I think it does have tremendous benefits in how I feel. So the keys are I need to eat more, I need to eat more often, and I need to eat better. So I've really kind of done all 3. I practiced what Pat has preached, which is it's a breakfast, it's a mid-morning snack, lunch, there's a mid-afternoon snack, and then there's dinner. And to eat things that are much better for me than what I have been packing out. The secret, quite frankly, was a jar of peanut butter. Peanut butter is pretty doggone good at all times. You don't need to heat it up. So the peanut butter made a huge difference over the course of the week. I had a really interesting week. The 2 hostels were really unique. The one hostel's asked me not to mention their name, so I won't, but it is actually one of the top-rated hostels on the entire AT. And then the other one is more of a B&B. It's a 100-year-old farmhouse. And they feed you both dinner and breakfast. So I had 4 home-cooked meals at the beginning of the trip, and that did not hurt me one bit. So other than that, there's some unique things which I'll throw down your way with some pictures and some other videos. But here we go, going back to April 26th and running the week forward to now May 3rd. Hey, it's April 26th, and I got dropped off this morning about 9:30 by Pringles at Route 100 down in Pearisburg, and now I've climbed almost 2,000 feet to the top of the first ascent. It's about 12:30, so I'm having my lunch. I needed some time off, and I took 2 0 days in Pearisburg, which is a little bit unusual, but quite frankly, it may be the right move and may have paid off. So that's 3 nights, 2 days in Pearisburg at Angels Rest Hostel. And Doc and Pringles do a great job there. They take very good care of their guests. They certainly took very good care of me. So I just rose about 2,000 feet in a little over 2 hours, and quite frankly, I don't feel very bad at all. I feel kind of decent. So the rest was duly needed, and I really hope it's the right move and it holds up now for a while. So we got about another 9 miles to go today, and then I'll actually hit another hostel to spend the night, and then I'm gonna go about 7, 8, 9 days and not necessarily take a zero anywhere. I'm just gonna hop between on the trail, or there's a couple of hostels along the way. I may stop there for the night and then move on. So I do want to say thank you to the Pathfinder who was at the hostel yesterday. He got in. He's northbound, so he's got 650 or whatever, 700 miles under his belt, and he shared his sage advice with me, and I really appreciate that. And not to mention, he shared a 12-pack of Blue Moon as we sat at the dinner table, ate chips and salsa, and watched the bad weather outside and talked about hiking and expectations and all sorts of different stuff. So it was truly a very enjoyable and memorable event, and I really appreciate it, Pathfinder, and I wish you the best, and I hope our paths cross down the road. So with that being said, we'll see what happens over the next 7 or 8 days, but right now we're looking up. There is one downside I have to report, though. I did pack out a sandwich, but unfortunately there is no Subway in Pearisburg, so it's from Food Lion. You can't have everything out here, folks. Take care. So here's the overlook at the top of the climb coming out of Pearisburg, Virginia. I'm not sure what direction we're looking at here. But good old AT. We got raindrops and we got sunshine. There should be a rainbow somewhere. So it's April 28th, and we're sit down here at a shelter, have lunch, and then 16 miles today. I got 10 miles I got to do. I got to hustle this afternoon to get to the shelter. It was supposed to be clear this morning and supposed to be a beautiful day. Of course, it wasn't. It started raining, and we got rain for the next 4 days, so we'll see how that plays out. Anyway, I wanted to take a moment and let people know that I had my first taste of trail magic. So trail magic was something where unexpectedly pleasant happens to you, typically by a stranger. It typically involves food and drink. And so coming down off the last hill, crossing the road, there was Shelly and her daughter, Road Rash, who were there, and Shelly was following her daughter Road Rash around in the van, which is kind of not a bad idea. It kind of makes you think maybe about a red Subaru Outback kind of following me around, you know? Food for thought anyway. And so there they were, and you know what? I got myself a banana, an orange, a carbonated water, and a bag of M&Ms. So there you go. We're going to have a feast for lunch. So my thanks to Shelly, and my best of luck to Road Rash, as she is a northbounder. And again, my deep appreciation for the trail magic. Thanks. Well, good morning. It's April 30th, about 11 a.m. And the purpose of this video is just to say that too much of a good thing is no longer a good thing. And what I mean is, it rained all last night and most of this morning. And as you can see,
the water crossings are going to be a little more interesting. Now what's going to be very problematic is tomorrow afternoon I got to cross Lick Creek. The bridge has been out, and I've been warned by the northbounders that even without rain, it's knee high to ford it. So I'm really hoping that today and by tomorrow afternoon the flow is way down at Lick Creek. Otherwise, I don't know how much of me is going to get wet. All right, folks, there you go. Mid-morning report. See ya. All right, I'll show you the inside here first. This is Chestnut Knob Shelter. It's the only enclosed shelter that I've been in. And it's an old fire warden cabin. And now it's a cabin for the AT. Once again, I think I'll probably be the only one here tonight. This is what it looks like on the outside. Well, that's a heavy door. Well, the reports are true. The bridge over Lick Creek is not working. So that's where I want to end up over there. There's really no good places upstream or downstream, so this looks like it's got to be the spot. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter here and follow those rocks past the vegetation, and then just before there you can see a little bit of shallow area. Now I'm going to go left. And then you see how I get a little shallow over there. I'm going to end up on that bank right there. I think that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully it doesn't get above my thighs.